Hello there, I am Keaton Henry, and today I wanted to speak to parents about keeping your teenagers enrolled in school. We know that the world has been advancing rather quickly technologically, and through this, education focus has become a national priority for the United States. But even through this focus, around 7% of high school students drop out every year. That 7% means nearly 750,000 students do not receive the education that is extended to them. Obviously, this is a significant issue, not just because of the economic loss for future generations, but because these students are losing out on an important period of social skill development, critical thinking development, and a means to find a purpose to follow in their lives. Parents, if this continues, we may not be leaving behind a better world for the next generation. Instead, it could come out much worse. To begin, students enrolled in school learn to express themselves through their opinions and emotions. This communication constructs a more open-minded society, which will grow humanity's connectiveness in discussions about important matters that dictate our daily lives, such as politics, economics, relationships, occupations, and mental health. In addition to the importance of youth education to develop an open minded society, students will learn to resolve conflicts with their peers, which develops their maturity, adding to humanity's connectiveness. In consideration of these 2 points, Thompson writes for Friends Academy in 2023 stated, at the same time that students are building their knowledge, they are also building a network of supportive connections with peers, teachers, staff, and even other students' parents. These relationships are a part of creating the kind of nurturing environment in which both learning and personal growth can best occur. This quote perfectly demonstrates the significance of exploring the social structure that schools provide and how that structure is beneficial to teenagers. Not only do teenagers build their social skills through school, but they will also have the opportunity to observe problems and work through them to solve them. This is essential because the period of time builds up their confidence and their critical thinking abilities. In 2025, edu.com published an article with Sparks stating, as an educational researcher who has spent years analyzing classroom data and learning outcomes, I confidently say that critical thinking skills are among the most valuable gifts that we can give our students. The ability to analyze information, question assumptions, and solve problems thoughtfully will serve children far beyond their elementary years. Critical thinking is a needed characteristic for most adult life and the events that follow, such as filing taxes, buying a home, searching for a vehicle, and being interviewed for an occupation. Through this experience, students begin to push beyond their failures and improve their recognition of optimal solutions, ultimately fixing many issues or facets of life that bother us today. Lastly, schooling adds stimulation to the lives of eager and excited children. One important aspect of this stimulation is the fulfillment achieved. Many young people without a clear purpose oftentimes are not content with their lives and struggle with mental health. Greater Good in Education, a research hub developed by UC Berkeley, published an article which asserted studies show that people, especially young people, with a strong sense of purpose are happier, healthier, more motivated, and more resilient. As purpose scholar Kendall Bronk writes, we can conclude that individuals who lack purpose and meaning in life are likely to show detrimental effects in a wide range of aspects of psychological functioning, and that individuals with a sense of purpose and meaning in life are poised to thrive. With this, school also provides the template to question aspects of life freely and safely, which is important for everyone to question. For example, these questions may include, what sort of career do I want to pursue? How do I want to live my life later? And what should I do now to live that life? All in all, the youth gain much, much more than the typical expectation of academic knowledge. Students learn to communicate, think logically, and fulfill their lives. So, parents, the choice is clear. It is your duty, it is your responsibility, and it is finally your opportunity to impress this information on your children. For the next generation to improve the world and live happier, we must instill the responsibility and grit characteristics needed to remain in school and not give up. But there is a caveat. In doing so, we must remind ourselves not to force school upon them, but instead to provide excitement and enrichment so they make the choice to follow education by their own accord. Otherwise, we fail to effectively impress these factors and conjure results. Thank you for listening.